She said it with that smug little smirk, the kind that hides behind company politeness. If you don't like the new office rules, you can just quit and leave. I remember the silence that followed. No one in the meeting room breathed, not even me. I looked at her, sharp suit, fake smile, eyes shining like she'd already won, and said quietly, "Thanks for the exit plan." Then I stood up, packed my laptop, and walked out. Hook 1. But what if walking away was the first step to taking everything back? That was the moment she stopped underestimating me. She just didn't realize it yet. When I first met Karen, she was exciting, a planner with an edge, the kind of person who could turn mess into success. Back then, we were partners, not enemies. We built the first model together. Late nights, takeout boxes, and quiet dreams over coffee. I believed her when she said we were building something ours. Then came the investors, the money, the spotlight. That's when the smiles turned fake. My name started disappearing from talks. The credit drifted toward her slowly, on purpose. I ignored it at first, told myself it was office games, that she was protecting us both. But then I found the contract copies. My name erased, my shares cut, my idea filed under her name. That's when the air changed for me. No anger, no shouting, just silence and clarity. She thought she owned me. She thought my skill lived under her brand. So I did what she suggested. I left. But not before copying every version of my design notes, code files, and drawing updates. I didn't steal. I saved my work. The files had my initials. The timestamps proved it. Every line of code, every note, every late-night draft led back to me. While she gave interviews about her invention, I rebuilt quietly. I set up a private workspace, stripped the design to its bones, fixed the flaws she never saw. Within 2 months, I had something cleaner, smarter, ready for patent on my own. Filing those patents felt like taking back my breath. Each paper was a silent shot, exact, legal, impossible to fight. Meanwhile, Karen pushed harder. She launched the product under the company name, sold it fast, bragged about how her team made the next big thing. When investors asked about patent papers, she said, "All secure." She didn't know they weren't. Not anymore. I waited. Timing was everything. Hook 2. Want to know how one quiet patent filing brought a whole company to its knees? The day her team found out was the day her empire cracked. It started with an email, a legal notice from the patent office confirming my rights. The subject line was simple, but the body was harsh. Patent rights set in favor of Edward Cole. Her engineers froze. The marketing team panicked. The launch meeting turned into a wake. By the time she read the email, I was already 3 steps ahead. I had meetings set with the same investors she once took from me. They didn't wait. Money follows ownership. She called me that night. Her voice shook under the calm. "You caught me off guard," she said. "No," I said. "You drew the map." I just followed it. A long silence, then the sound of her breath breaking. The sound of truth hitting. The face-off came 2 weeks later at a tech fair where we both showed. She was pale, sharp around the edges like glass ready to break. Her booth was empty. Her product stopped, waiting for legal okay. Mine, though, was packed. Investors crowded. Cameras flashed. When she saw me, she tried to smile. "Congratulations," she muttered, her tone weak. "You really turned this around." I leaned in slightly. "You said I could quit and go," I whispered. "I did. Just didn't go far." The look in her eyes. That was the real win. Not anger, not tears, just understanding. She'd built a cage and handed me the key. Later, when the news broke about her quitting, company changes, they called it. I didn't cheer. Revenge wasn't the goal. Fixing it was. I remember sitting in my quiet office, patent papers framed on the wall, the hum of the servers steady in the background. I didn't feel like a winner. I felt balanced. Some people think revenge is about breaking things. It isn't. It's about fixing. She said, "If you don't like it, you can go." And I did. Straight into ownership, freedom, and silence. The kind that makes the guilty hear their own fall echo. And that, I've learned, is the sweetest sound in business.